Welcome to another episode of Just Talks. I'm Justin Neely. Co-hosting with me is my guy Jason.
What up?
And our welcome back, our guy Aaron Reddish from Norristown, PA, back on the podcast. He was here with us on the first episode, and now he's back. This is number 16, I believe, right now.
That is.
Welcome back.
My guy, appreciate it.
It's been a journey. Now, the first thing we're going to do is recap day one of college basketball. We'll start with our very own Great Danes. They went against Army at Army. Now, I'm going to start. So this was my first college basketball road trip of the JCal road trip. Now, I'll start off by just saying my experience. I thought the food was awful in Army. I don't know how you guys felt. I thought like the CC got them cooked. Like the pizza, they didn't even have cheese pizza. Like what pizzeria does not have cheese pizza? It's insane. It's like, it was just like microwave pizza, whatever. It's garbage. But I will say the campus is beautiful. Like the architecture itself is nice. A lot of hills. I'm not made for those hills. That's the problem. So I could not imagine these people walk to class.
Gotta get your conditioning up. You was complaining about the West Virginia hills too. So you go.
you saw the art. Like, yeah. I mean, think about Albany. Albany's flat. You have like one staircase to go, and everything's right next to each other. I don't think I could do the Army situation where you're walking up and down hills to go to each class. And I think they made it that way for a reason. So, I did that trip once, did my walks, did my steps, don't have to do it again. And I survived. So now talking about the game itself, one thing that really shocked me was Albany didn't play like the American team. I said it wrong. Albany didn't play like the American East style of play that I thought, because usually in American East, it's determined by the amount of threes you make. And in the Albany Army game, there's only 5 threes total. So I was kind of shocked by that. It ended up being more of a defensive game. You guys locked down Rucker and Curry pretty much the entire time. What's the guy's name? Starts with an S. Scovins did his thing, but defensively, you guys looked great. I just think that, if you want to win games in the American East, there's going to have to be more than 5 threes.
Absolutely.
It's that simple.
I mean, we didn't shoot that well either from the field, 4 for 24, 16%, and only 36 from the field, in general. But I mean, defensively, I think we did a pretty decent job guarding Rucker and Curry, who were kind of like the focal points of our scout. But,
around for like 15, 20 possessions in a row. I'm like, bro, I'll never stop moving. Like, bro, you really Curry. Like, you don't stop moving, bro.
Coming off screens, play actions.
Yeah, bro. They get in the paint, spin moves. I'm like, bro, like, come on. I'm not going. I'm staying down, bro.
So like I said, I think you guys played better than I thought defensively, but it's just I just expected more points offensively. I think you guys did too. Yeah. Usually in the American East, you need to score 70, 80 points a game.
Yeah, I mean, we only had 2 guys in double digits, Byron Joshua and Sultan, 15 and 11. Everybody else was, single digits scoring. But I mean, shots are gonna fall. It's gonna happen, first game. So we have another one coming up Saturday, and just looking forward to building on that.
I ain't too worried about the shots. I mean, they, like you said, they're gonna fall. We be in the gym, so they're gonna fall.
Yeah, and it's fun to watch because, like I was telling you earlier, we're playing a lot deeper this year. I mean, pretty much, I think it was double digits amount of players we had on the court. Yep. And last year, for me at least, it just seemed like there was the same 6, 7 guys out for the entirety of the game. Maybe you had 1 or 2 players come out in garbage time, but it was pretty much just the core set of guys, and they would just rotate. But a lot of people got their minutes last game, and it's good to see the deepness of the team. And at the end of the day, I mean, last year was technically a home game for you guys, but it wasn't because it was a neutral zone.
Yeah.
Because the Broadview wasn't ready by then. So, they had their actual home advantage. So, it's always hard to play on the road, even if it's only 2 hours away. Now, my question for you, Aaron, because you played last year, was how is the experience different from the first time you played Army to this time?
I feel like last year they was honestly like they might have been a little bit better. Like they was just bigger. They was like a little bit more physical. I feel like this year they was just kind of like they relied on their shot making, and they did make shots. And I mean, really, Scovins for real, like he was the one who was really hurting us. But I mean, like I don't think they was like much different from how they was last year. It was just they added Rucker. So you got another guy you got to worry about and chasing around and chasing off all types of ball screens and pin downs and all types of stuff. So, I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, it was fun. It was a fun game. And even though we lost, like, I feel like we played well. I feel like it was a good game for us, especially the first game, because we're going to be in that situation again. So next time we get in that situation, I mean, we definitely remember exactly what happened.
Yeah, I mean, I think the beginning of the second half, you guys had a huge run. I think you were up by like 7 or 8 at one point. But yeah, so Johan Tonianer, must-win game, of course. Get that. And then the game after that, the game I care about the most, we got the Albany Cup against Siena with going against former Dane Marcus Jackson in that matchup. Now, the next game was an absolute shocker, 86-82, was Lemoyne and Syracuse. What a game.
Yeah,
shout out Will Amika, former Great Dane.
Shout out my guy Will Amika.
The Ellis.
Went out there, you know what I'm saying, 12 points, 3 boards. Now, Lemoyne came to play. They came to play. I mean, it was a battle all the way up until the end. You know, I'm not sold on Syracuse. I'm going to be honest with you. They didn't really shoot the ball particularly well. I mean, 18% from 3. Felt like they were just kind of chucking shots, but they did dominate the glass. And they get to the basket really well too. So
I think what's very important is they just lost their greatest thing in the world with Boeheim. You know, the Boeheim staff has been that made Syracuse what they were, you know, with Melo and the championship they brought with him. And then you had his kids play. And it seems like they're going through this phase that we saw Iona go through last year with when Anderson became the head coach, that once you lose someone that important to a program, it takes a while to rebuild that and get the feeling going again. So I think they're just going through the phase of finding their next coach. And because of that, yeah, I think Syracuse basketball is not going to be anything anybody really cares about. No offense.
They don't care about no offense.
Well, the point is it's going to be trial and error. You know, it's not like at the end of the day, college basketball, at least for me, you go for teams that have great coaches. You know, when anyone thinks of, you know what I mean? It's weird because I mean Duke's starting to get back on the map with Cooper Flag and them, but and then with McCain last year. But you know, obviously with Kansas, it's Bill Self, and Arkansas is going to build a name, I guarantee it, with Coach Cal. You know, when he was there. But I mean, the difference is when you have programs like Kentucky and Duke, sometimes you can lose the coaches, but still have the after effect of those coaches. You still have great talent. But that's not Syracuse. I don't think people are going to Syracuse like they were with Duke and Kentucky, but I could be wrong. Sorry, Syracuse. It was also a local game for them. Lemoyne's
Lemoyne's right in Syracuse.
So, I mean, I don't know if that was, I mean, maybe they traveled. I don't know. All right. Now, next game we have is UCF beat Texas A&M, which is ranked at the time, and now they're not going to be ranked, pretty obviously. So, what are your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, I mean, shout out to my guy Jace Carter, Texas A&M. Just like Lemoyne did to Syracuse, UCF came to play. I mean, Darius Johnson led the way with 24 points, but they just made big shot after big shot, honestly. He gave you bucks?
No. I ain't gonna lie. Takeover, that's one team I ain't never beat in my life. I hate saying it. He never know. It wasn't like that. No.
No, but UCF did well, man. Where's Mikey Williams? That's what I'm trying to. What's going on? What's going on with Mikey, man?
Never know with him.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
In practice, one week, out the next. I don't know.
JJ Taylor out there get a game-winning block.
Yeah,
and at least his man's doing something.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Mikey, I think he's already suffering from the Embiid effect in college. You know, you're just like, I'll go there when they need me. You know? We'll wait for the tournament. Now, the next game, I got to talk about this. Gonzaga absolutely destroys Baylor. And shout out my guy, Ryan Nemhard. He really showed me love when he was at Creighton. Every time I see you, Ryan, you're always awesome. And you're just awesome at basketball. And like you killed it against Baylor. Like, it's just like, I mean, obviously his brother, you know, in the NBA did his thing. So I think that their games kind of are very similar. I mean, they both play point guard, and I think it was very easy for them to translate to each other. And I don't want to throw it out there this early, but I will place Jeremy Roach on alert. He's not a fraud, but he may be on fraud alert. Because I'm just saying.
No, they got dominated that game.
He needs to get double digits, bro. He needs to. He is, was supposed to be one of their top players, goes in there, and he's not hitting shots.
Yeah, I mean, they shot 14% from 3 and lost by 50. That's not going to get it done. And Gonzaga shooting 41%. So that's,
I just feel bad for coaches.
Oh my God.
I feel bad for coaches, son, bro. He get his time to shine, and then he go in there and get banged on. Like,
getting murdered. Yeah, that's
that
a bad
right,
play.
But, hey, that's where we live in. I mean, he chose it.
Yeah.
He wanted to do the ball.
You wanted to jump.
You wanted to jump. That's on you. You made the decision.
Me personally, you got that big, bro.
This is very important, though. If you remember about Gonzaga, is they're leaving the Mountain West next year, so this is huge for them because they got to prove that they're Pac-12 material. So, I mean, and clearly, beating Baylor, Big 12. I mean, Pac-12 is good, but I don't think the Pac-12 is any Big 12. At least now, I think we've missed prime Pac-12, unfortunately. So. I mean, I can make an early prediction now. I think Gonzaga may actually win the Pac-12 next year. I know it's very early to say that.
That's super early. We'll come back to this next year.
But I'm just
Jason's take.
I'm not saying they will. I said they could.
It could possibly.
Which I don't think any other Mountain West team could. But because the Big 12, I mean, is a top 3 conference. I would say probably SEC, Big East, and. Yeah, Big 12. I would say. Oh no, ACC.
Yeah.
Wait, so I don't know, who do you take out of that? ACC, Big East, then SEC. Oh wait, I don't think it's Big.
SEC is Big East.
No, SEC. ACC is 1.
ACC, SEC,
Big East. Yeah, so that means Big 12 is 4th. That sucks because Big 12 is so good and they're still not even top 3. The thing about the Big East, though, is the top of the Big East is like the top of the line, Yeah. But the SEC has a lot of good teams, especially with Arkansas now being competitive. So I agree with that. So yeah, Big 12, barely top 5, unfortunately, but they're still there. All right, now next, this is a painful game for me. It was Central Connecticut versus Providence. What is wrong with Providence? We are awful. Megan Herder, tell your former players to do something.
Shout out my guy, Wesley Cardet Jr., Providence, West Oaks teammate, stud.
Who did you say?
Wesley Cardet, number 0.
Because I was going to shout out someone else from 305.
Also shout out Bensley Joseph.
That's what I was going to say.
I mean, he's not from Miami, but he played in Miami.
He played in Miami
when they made it to the Elite 8. So, I mean, he had 21, though. He was playing.
Yeah, as a freshman.
Yeah.
Well, that's my problem with Providence is I'm going to go back on both games. That's my problem with Providence and Baylor. Baylor and Providence are both very young teams, and it's a problem.
Providence was also missing Bryce Hopkins. He's out with a knee injury.
And for example, Gonzaga is very, they're an older team, and they're very more experienced. And I think that's the problem is Baylor is just not good enough to be a freshman team. And I mean, Baylor's best player, freshman, and with Providence. So that's a problem. Yeah. And that's going to go into the next game too with Texas and Ohio State. I think Ohio State was the way more experienced team here, and it showed. Absolutely. I mean, their best scorer was
Bruce Thornton came to
Thornton,
play.
Yeah. And
shout out Bruce Thornton.
Shout out Bruce.
And Sean Stewart. Each one teach one, kids. Hey, I know.
And cheated in the Final Four. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
And there's a prime example. Thornton, obviously a junior, and then you have on the other side Texas, Joey Johnson, freshman.
Arthur Kaluma as well in Texas.
Yeah. Trey Johnson is going to be phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter what Texas does. He's going to be a top pick. I mean, 5-star out of high school, puts up 20 plus in his first game. Like, what more can you ask for from that point? Now, very shocking news in the college basketball world. Tyreek Smith is already transferred from Memphis.
Yeah, strange, but He said it was because of NIL.
I think he's just a homie hopper. He's hopping all around.
Well, he
went from Texas
already.
Tech to Oklahoma State. It's probably school I'm missing. SMU. Memphis.
They started to treat college like the league. Like they just try and get paid. Like
Yeah.
You gotta do something.
It might have been like, I need all my money before the season starts. All right, I'm not playing.
The craziest part is you didn't even play a game with them.
Yeah,
like that's crazy.
That's
Transferring
crazy.
before a game.
He didn't get it in an exhibition game either.
No.
that they were playing.
That's crazy.
I feel like that's a big turnoff for college basketball coaches if you transfer before playing a game. So I don't know how this gives them any leverage, especially because Memphis won their first game of the season.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they lacked at the forward position because he transferred. I mean, their best scorers were all guards, so they could have used him, but he left. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I'm just saying, if I'm a coach in college basketball and I just saw this guy, how can I trust him? And I think that's a problem that he's going to have.
Especially if you're at your 4th, 5th school. Like,
bro, all this over NIL money.
Yeah.
Man. Like, come on. Go hoop.
yeah.
How is this even
Trying to
fun
get
at that
paid,
point,
like-
though? I feel like transferring that
Bro.
much isn't even fun.
That's like just bouncing around and then you not even like, they telling you they gonna give you that NIL money and then you not even getting it, bro. You might as well just settle down somewhere and just try to hoop and get some real money. Like,
But-
try to get some real money.
And what's he going to do in the
money.
meantime?
Be at the crib with his money.
No, but you know what I'm
The
saying?
little
Like,
he got.
CU, the Crib University.
Yeah, the crib university. I mean, I feel like those deals need to be like signed and contracted out in print before you even commit. Like the UNLV quarterback, like they promised him however many thousands and he didn't get any of it. You know what I'm saying?
that was
Like
small.
that needs to be signed. I need this by whatever, or throughout the season or, whatever you negotiate your deal to be. But I'm not going out there just because, you know what? He said $1 million and I'm not getting any of that. Nah, come on.
I ain't gonna lie, that is kind of slow.
Yeah.
You tell them like, yeah, I got you. Like, yo, you pull up 40
Yeah,
bands.
40
gang.
bands. Yeah. Crickets.
Not a peep when you get here. Not a peep when you get here, bro. You ain't
Crickets.
getting no racks from me.
Nah, I need that signed before I commit. Sorry.
I mean, college coaches will treat it like a business. Players might as well do the same thing, I mean, let's be honest here. Coaches will always protect themselves, so players should do the same thing.
Absolutely.
So I mean, I understand. It's a weird situation because this can only hurt his future. So it's tough. It's like at that point, is it worth it? Because he's not going to get money from not playing.
Nah, I don't
So
think
it's like,
he's
I feel
a
like-
NBA prospect, lottery pick kind of guy. So
But that's what I'm saying. Like at that point, I would have probably. I mean, obviously, I can't talk that much because I'm not I'm not a D1 basketball player here. But
yeah,
I just don't think
I mean,
would.
if your money's in college and that's where you're gonna cash out at, do what you got to do.
But
You
I'm
know what
saying I don't think he doesn't
Jeez.
gain any money from entering the portal this early. I think he should have.
definitely not. this
I think
early.
he should
stuck it
have
out.
waited until March and entered the portal because if he played well, he would have increased his stock, increased his marketability.
Absolutely.
And he could have even twisted the story about how he still played even though he wasn't paid. I mean, that looks great for coaches.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Shows the
this
commitment.
is just, I feel like it's a lose-lose no matter how it goes for him. I don't see this going in his favor at all.
Yeah.
Is Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper a better duo than Zion and RJ?
They got the potential to be. Now, I'm biased. I'm biased. But nah, they got the potential to be. I mean, I went up to Rutgers. You know what I'm saying? I was talking with Dylan. And like he know how it could go. Like obviously it's college basketball. Anything can happen. But I mean they got some talent, so like they can figure something out. I mean, never know. But I think it's just hard because it wasn't just Zion and RJ. It was
Obviously you had
RJ.
Cam Reddish and
and
Tyus
then-
Jones.
and
Sorry, Trey Jones. My bad, Trey. And there was one other guy that I'm forgetting. That was a stacked five. That was a stacked starting
They
five.
had Marquise Bolden. Shout out Queese, man.
Yeah, but that's true. But that's where I was gonna go with this, where I think Zion and RJ have been like more like maybe the greater duo, but I think what Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey is doing for the program for Rutgers means way more than RJ and Zion did for Duke. Because at the end of the day,
I mean, they're not bigger than the program of Duke.
Exactly. But Dylan Harper and Ace are bigger than the program of Rutgers.
Zion at Duke, like that was something to be over. Like every game was like packed to the brim, like you can't breathe. Like, bro, like I get it. Like you want to see him play, and it's like here and like you probably be thinking like, all right, like basketball game, highlights, and bro is flying. Yeah. Bro is literally like 50 and he's flying.
Yeah,
like, he's really out here just jumping with no purpose, no plan, like jumping.
Yeah, I'm sure those games are crazy to see in person.
I mean, Zion, it was like the Tavon Austin of basketball, where it's like his high school mixtape, and then like the hype is just, it's like whatever, like in 20 years from now, when we think of Zion, it's going to be his high school highlights and, the mixtapes of that, when he played LaMelo and stuff like that. Yeah. But unfortunately, his NBA career, I mean, as good as it's going to be, it's never going to be the hype that it was in high school and college. I mean,
they moved on to Wemby. It's Wemby's time.
Wemby, alien.
Real talk.
So what are the picks here? We going Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper? Or are we going Zion and RJ?
You gotta come back to this. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know.
They ain't played a game yet, so
it's a prediction for a reason here.
No.
Which no to what? You gotta say that.
I think Zion or RJ would have been better. Yeah.
You going the same route?
I don't know, bro. I feel like they can actually do something. If they really win this year at Rutgers, like they could really.
I mean, we saw what they did in the exhibition. They both put up 20 plus each.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, I mean, if they can figure out a way to win big games, I never know. Like, they could cement their names.
Are we not getting? Can we get an answer?
Yeah, we need an answer. That's real neutral right there, brother.
Yeah.
Like a lose-lose.
Yeah.
No, I mean, just a prediction. No one can hate you for a prediction here.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's probably gonna be Zion and RJ just because of Zion hype. Let's not forget they did go all the way.
See, the craziest thing is I think I'm calling Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey for this reason, because they are the two guys on Rutgers. That's it. With Duke, you had so many stars, right? That as much as people would make it the Dylan RJ show, that's not what it was. You had Cam Reddish, you had Trey Jones. It was so much more talent on that team that, no offense to RJ, he was great and all, but I mean, RJ could have a bad game and it's whatever.
Yeah.
But if Ace or Dylan have a bad game, they can't. So I think because of that pressure and because of what they're doing for Rutgers, I think the greater duo will be Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper. As we saw, they're already on a Slam magazine together. You know? I mean, they already got that Slam hype and, like 2 and 3 from high school, or 2 and 3 in the country. So I think they have the potential to be greater. Obviously, we know what Zion and RJ did, but I think that the ceiling that this group has, that I don't think we've ever seen before. I'm taking the unpopular stand here. We'll see if I'm right at the end of the season, because I'm pretty sure they'll be one and done. Unfortunately for Rutgers fans out there, enjoy it while you can, because you're not getting them back next year. So we have some drama going on with my Phoenix Suns and Stephen A. Smith. So Katie calls out Stephen A. for speaking his mind without going to practices and actually being there to witness it himself. And Stephen A. responded by saying he was lying and that he did. Now, I think they're both wrong, because Stephen A. said that he was lying because he went to an open practice in OKC, which is true. So that's why Katie was lying. But back to Stephen A.'s, back to what Katie was saying, but why haven't you been to a practice since OKC? I mean, KD has been in the league for a lot longer than since OKC. So my problem is, I think Stephen A used to be a very good analyst. He used to be very good at his job. He used to go to practice, but now I think at this point in his life, I think he's done enough time to where he doesn't really care anymore, and he just says what he wants.
Bro, I mean, I feel like we all know obnoxious on TV.
Exactly, like
saying anything especially when it comes to them Knicks. You can't say anything, bro. So it's like, am I surprised? No. Hey, so always arguing with somebody.
Yeah, I mean, he was talking about how KD isn't a leader for the Suns, or that's.
But he doesn't know that.
Yeah, he does. He's
the
not
problem.
there with them. And then I seen something about Bradley Beal coming out saying like, I mean, one, like he's saying he's not at practices. You're not hanging around them. Like you don't know what he's doing outside of the court. Like so foolish tomfoolery.
I just think that KD has to realize Stephen A isn't what he was 20 years ago. At this point, he's got in his bag.
He's just
and he's saying what he wants because at the end of the day, unfortunately, nobody really cares about the truth when it comes to Stephen A. They just want to hear him say some crazy words.
Some entertaining stuff.
That's the thing. So I'll be honest. If I'm watching First Take or Stephen A, I'm not watching it like an informative, analyst. I'm watching it like I'm watching like a sitcom or like a comedy show. It's pretty much just a comedy show. Same thing with Skip Bayless. I don't think anybody watches Skip for his takes either. I mean, we know they don't know what they're talking about, but that's why we enjoy it. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, there are no woes here. Let's be honest. Like
watching them just to disagree.
Or and then Winderman. So I mean, you just have to take it what it is. And I think that's what KD has to realize is that, he's not there to tell the truth. He's there to entertain people. And I think KD should realize that because if he's not, he's just gonna get offended.
Gonna go to the burner.
I'm gonna pull back the burner.
To the burner. Yeah. Allegations.
Allegedly. All right. Next thing we're talking about here is Vucevic. Apparently, there is a rumor going for Vucevic going to LA. Now, I think this would be an insane move for the Lakers because obviously KD can't stay healthy, and they could use depth in that position. And the Lakers look great so far, so they can keep it up.
No, so I mean, Christian Wood's out right now. I believe he had a knee scope surgery going on, but no, Vucevic, I think it'd be a good pickup for the Lakers, averaging 21 and 11. I mean, obviously that's not going to be what he averages with the Lakers, but
maybe have the same role.
Him and who? Oh yeah,
I mean, like I feel like they kind of similar, and like honestly, to me, I mean, Rui younger, he got a lot more upside than. I mean, Vooch. Don't get me wrong, Vooch is a solid NBA player. Like
33 right now.
But Rui's the 4, right?
He's like well,
I think he's more of a 4, but with AD's a 4.
Well, I'm just saying Vucevic is a 5.
Yeah.
So I feel
like he on the Lakers with AD, he wouldn't play.
You don't think Vucevic would play the 5 with the Lakers?
Nah.
I think he would. I think it would be
off the bench.
Yeah. I mean, he's not a starter.
Nah, he's not a starter.
But the point is, at the end of the day, like the Bulls want to get younger. They want to rebuild.
Yeah.
So if I'm the Lakers, I think he'd be a great bench move.
Lakers are looking at, Zach LaVine too, like either or. But I mean,
who do you think would make more of an impact?
I think Vucevic would have been a better pick.
Yeah,
Zach LaVine's a little injury ridden.
I wouldn't even say that. I think it's just like guard set that the Lakers have right now. Zach LaVine don't fit into that.
Yeah,
like can't put a Zach LaVine offense. You got Brian, you got D'Lo, you got Austin Reeves.
Well, D'Lo would be one getting traded. Yeah,
D'Lo's gone.
Yeah,
D'Lo's gonna leave for somebody. And let's be honest, he's not the D'Lo.
Is that a good trade off?
Oh, so you rather keep D'Lo?
We've seen with like when D'Lo get hot.
For sure.
And he don't just get hot for one game. It's like a 5-6 game stretch where D'Lo will have 30, 30, 30, 40, 30, 30, 30.
I just feel like guards are a lot easier to replace than like a Vucevic.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not many of Vucevic's in the league. I mean, getting that depth.
Hey.
And let's be honest here.
Showtime Lakers. LeBron.
Needless to say, Heat and foe.
He about to lose tomorrow.
All right. Let's settle
5-1 Suns, baby. We're on a crazy win streak.
There's
and we're
no
gonna let it go.
leadership in Phoenix. Stephen A. said it
Yes.
himself, and now I'm gonna second Stephen A.
That's your
KD
first
can't
problem
do
is
it.
you're listening to that blockhead.
Miami, and
Heat and foe.
They're not
We're
going to win
third in
tomorrow.
the East right now, I think. Yeah.
I can't wait to go. Well, no, that's the problem. Is Phoenix plays so late, but I'm ready to let you know once I'm gonna.
I'll
You'll
keep
see
you
me
posted.
in practice with my.
been turned since like 2012 White Heat, bro.
Okay.
You'll see me in practice with my Suns jersey on the day after they win.
I said Miami turned.
Ain't been turned.
Oh, they-
It's turned.
Ain't been turned,
It's
bro.
turned every year, brother.
Jimmy,
Best
you
believe.
seen how Jimmy was at the end of that finals? Exhausted. He was
For sure. I mean, listen,
Not
it was
enough.
Jimmy versus Denver.
Not enough.
Jimmy versus LeBron.
Not enough.
I'm just saying, our producer Jacob already smoking on that Heat pack.
Oh,
So-
wow. Okay.
So with the Knicks, so he's about to pass it over to me.
The Knicks
I'm
are
about to
first
smoke in
round
the Heat
exit.
pack, and we're just gonna pass it around the room, taking turns on the Heat pack.
That's cool. Knicks are our first round exit, and Phoenix.
You can't even take it seriously. You see
Playing
them
team.
playing team. What are you talking about? You see, they've been
Nah.
playing lights out. We finally see the big three that we knew we had.
That's cool. Wait till the middle of the season when Bradley Beal's out and KD just doesn't care. So it's all good.
See, I don't know how you say KD doesn't care. He plays more games than like half the
Oh, you're
team.
right. KD, my bad. D-Book's
KD
gonna be
cares
out
so
with
much,
hamstring
he's taking-
tightness. D-Book could be out with hamstring tightness. My fault.
Soreness.
Yeah, and Bradley Beal just
Just be a hater.
stubbed his toe.
Be a hater because you can't get in the
he's
party.
out. Listen.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll send you condolences.
Maybe you guys could win the in-season tournament. That'll probably be the closest you get.
That is crazy. I don't think you understand how good Booker is playing right now. Booker right now.
For sure, that's what I'm saying. In-season.
So you don't think he's gonna bring in the playoffs? We made the NBA Finals a few years ago,
And so did the Heat. It's all good.
but this isn't the same Heat team.
You're right.
What are you talking about? This is the Suns
I believe.
have gotten better.
Huh?
I'm telling you,
It didn't look like that. It hasn't been looking like that. I'm gonna be
So you
honest
think that
with you.
Suns team was better in 2020?
Absolutely.
That's insane.
Absolutely.
So you rather have D-Book, Chris Paul, and Bridges over
KD, Bradley Beal. Yes, absolutely. And DeAndre Ayton. Yes, yes, yes.
Aiden's a bum. What's he
Not
doing
on
in
that
Portland?
Sun,
They was
not
that
on that
close to
Suns
winning,
team.
It was like
He plays like a 4 as a 5. He can't get big. That's the problem. He gets bullied by every big center in the league.
That was your best team.
I'd rather have Nurkic than Aiden. I'd rather have Bridges. I'd rather have Beal than Bridges.
You like Nurkic over Ayton?
Yes.
Nurkic but over
Aiden
Ayton?
is just such a bad liability rebounding.
Ayton is a liability?
Yes. What?
Nurkic ain't what he used to be.
But Nurkic can rebound when he.
Not better than DeAndre Ayton.
You think Aiden can't rebound? He's never been a rebounder offensively. He's always been a guy who is very athletically gifted, and because of that, what? He's athletically gifted.
That's all he got? That's it?
Wow.
Athletically? Okay.
I put it this way: I label him as a bust. I genuinely think he's a bust. I mean,
DeAndre Ayton, if you watch him,
if you watching, you hear it.
he is a bust. I'm just
I
saying.
got your back, brother. We gotta get you out of Portland though, because ain't nothing happening for you over there. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, and I'm trust me, I've had this opinion on Aiden forever. It's not that I just have it because you're in Portland. I have text messages on my phone saying, "Get Aiden the hell out of Phoenix." And during the finals, by the way, because I'm telling you, he was the
Supreme
reason we
hater.
lost because Giannis would just. I'm sorry,
Like that
Aiden, but
Giannis is Giannis though. So
I think Nurkic could put a better fight up against Giannis than Aiden could. I really do.
I don't know about that one.
Nurkic just has a bigger build, and I think that's what helps him.
Okay. Size matters.
You gotta stop. My question for you guys is the Sixers the worst team in the league here? I mean, they have one win. It seems like they can't win a game since.
Terrible.
Paul George finally starts to play for the team. They still lose, but Phoenix, Phoenix takes them out.
Missed the game tying shot, I believe it was.
Yeah, 'cause he's
and
washed.
Joel just, I don't know if he just doesn't want to play or what's going on. He just got suspended.
Yeah, he just got
for shoving a media guy.
I mean, in his defense, he did bring up like his past family members, and it wasn't even. But
yeah, but if you're gonna do that, at least go to the game.
You're 17.
Like you can't just crash out when you go to 2 games a year. You know, like you gotta at least
lie, bro. You're 17. No reporter in the world that is like really that much. You gotta put your hands on him, bro.
Yeah, he's not gonna hurt you.
I guess he felt threatened.
Feared for his life, maybe.
I don't know. Self-defense?
Self-defense, yeah. Nah, I mean, Sixers, it's a bust. Not making the playoffs. Heard it here first.
I gotta just say, free my boy Maxey, man. Yeah. What's he done? What has he done wrong?
Yeah.
It feels so bad.
Yeah, he'll be an all-star, though.
Yeah, but what does it matter? Yeah. Who cares? His team sucks and they're awful. Yeah. Like no one could have imagined how bad the Sixers are from what they were last year.
Yeah,
you know?
I thought though Paul George was gonna come make a difference, but then the whole Joel not wanting to play thing happened, and then PG is gonna be a every other game kind of guy, it seems. So
no fact. I mean, let's be honest here. I think it's safe to say Embiid is like the NBA version of Marshawn Lynch. Like he's just there for the money. He's made it clear.
Nah, because Marshawn Lynch was actually like dominating.
Yeah,
he's Marshawn Lynch without the skill part of it.
Yeah, he was trolling Skittles and all that, but he was still running everybody over. Joel Embiid, he nowhere to be found. MIA.
Yeah. He's going to want to be an MIA soon. He's going to be there for the discount, and you better play.
It's crazy to think about, though, because last year he was an MVP candidate, and now this year it's like he ain't even close to MVP.
He might need a year off. Maybe he just needs to, take some time away from the game, recollect himself.
I mean, he's not getting any younger. He went in the league pretty late. I mean,
trust the process.
The process is cooked.
Is broken. It's over.
The process has been over.
It's buffering.
It was over when he came back.
It was over when they got rid of Ben Simmons.
Shout out Ben Simmons, man. The best Sixer ever to play basketball.
He was really going to be LeBron James. I'm not going to
Never seen a 6'10" point guard scared of Trae Young. But hey, that ain't me. I don't know.
Sixers suck. It's just terrible because you're not a young team, you're an older team and you're not good. I mean, that's like the worst combination.
You're an old team and you're not good.
No, like you have to have, and they don't have picks.
Yeah.
So where are they gonna build from here? Yeah. Like if you're the GM, like any of you, what are you gonna do with the Sixers? What do?
You hope Maxey averages 40.
Yeah, he needs 50, and when Paul George plays, every once in a while you need him to get busy.
Maxey averaging 50 and 37.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is the rock bottom. I mean, like, if I'm curious because I feel like as a coach, how do you let your players run you like this? Where it's like, hey, I'll show up next Tuesday.
Because you get paid millions of dollars. I ain't gonna lie. You pay me $5-6 million just to look at Joel Embiid and not say nothing. I'll take it.
Joel, you good? You feel good today?
Push a reporter?
Yeah. Let's get treatment together, actually.
Yeah, that's.
So if you're the Sixers, you don't like play a hard card on Joel Embiid where like if you don't play, like.
I think they should.
But if they do, he's just like, all right, bye, peace out. I'm gonna go to Cancun.
I don't know how many teams don't want Joel Embiid, so it's kind of like he'll still have.
Lakers.
The Lakers
get him as a bench.
Well, I know the Heat. Yeah, I know the Heat were.
Well, I'm just saying, is the Lakers, you pay this guy.
You like Joel on the Lakers?
All right, come on. You got a better Joel. Like, I would rather have a big that's that dominant, but maybe the slightest bit injury prone rather than just putting himself out of the game for no reason. Like, what are you doing, bro?
Now in the NFL world, big news happening. The Commanders traded for Marshawn Lattimore, 4-time Pro Bowler. Now, at this point, I think it's safe to say the Commanders are the best team in the NFC.
I'm not going to participate in this segment. I'm an Eagles fan. I'm not having it.
Well, what I was going to ask is, do you think the Eagles are better than the Commanders?
Obviously, I'm going to say yeah. Right now, they're on.
But
So
why,
so you're like
They're on a
delusional
hot
like
streak. They're on a
Jacob.
hot
Not Jacob. You're delusional like Justin is with the Heat. at
Okay.
that point.
Wow.
They're on a hot streak right now. I mean, Jaden Daniels is, you know what I'm saying? He got the high hand, but the Bears game, they should have lost. But you take stuff like that, it builds momentum, and then you take it and run with it. So it's like, I mean, I ain't gonna say it's easy because it definitely ain't easy, but I mean, see why they winning. They same thing. How we keep winning big game.
Well, the reason why it's important, the reason why I don't have the Eagles at 1 in that division is because there's a lot of talk about Nick Sirianni on the hot seat here. So
yeah,
I mean,
I don't know why. Like, honestly, since we had the Super Bowl, it's kind of just been like, what are we? Like, we went to the Super Bowl a few times, but then it's like you get there and you fall short, and then it's like, all right, bro. It's getting repetitive at a point, bro. Win it. Like,
I get it done already. Like,
get it done. You keep going just to not win, bro. Bring back the hardware.
yeah.
Come on, bro.
and the second half fall off of the Eagles must be studied. I mean, they were what under like I remember when we played Miami, they were like 8-1 or like 9-1, and then just lost like 7 straight. It was remarkable.
Man, shout out Bradbury, man. Blew the Super Bowl for us. Absolutely tanked it.
And shout out Kadarius Toney, won the Super Bowl for the Chiefs against the Eagles. He hasn't done anything since, but hey, he did what he did in the Super Bowl and he got it done. So we'll see. I mean, Mark, even it's gonna be a close race between the Eagles and the Commanders. Obviously, the Giants and Cowboys are out. Dak Prescott's on IR. Don't even have to think about it. Cooper Rush isn't doing nothing, and Daniel Jones, his time has been up in New York. New Yorkers can't get rid of him quicker than they can in this scenario.
100 mil. Daniel Jones.
Need it.
Yo, come on, bro.
Even his own number one wideout doesn't even want him.
Pay me. I can go out
I
there
could
and
do
what
that.
he did, bro.
I could get out there and do nothing.
Damn, bro. At the very least, I can scramble a little bit faster.
Yeah.
You think you're
Right,
faster than
but-
Daniel Jones? I don't think you are. I really don't. I'm sorry. I've seen you on the court. I don't think you're faster than Daniel
The
Jones.
disrespect.
That's
Yeah,
That's
he's-
Do you think so?
Dog,
Daniel
it's
Jones is
spicy.
pretty fast. I mean, he had a
He-
70-yard
he can
run that
move.
he fumbled, but no, but he has some wheels. Like he's like a 4.7 guy, 4.8. What's your 40? What would your 40 time be?
I have no idea, bro. I probably haven't
Faux
run
faux.
since like
No, neither. I know you're not running a 4.4.
5'2".
Yeah.
I probably run like an offensive lineman. I ain't gonna lie.
I got a good 4.6 in me.
There's no way you're running a 4.6.
4.7, bro.
I think you're running like a 5'3", 5'2".
You're not
5'1".
giving me no credit, bro. Where's my like athletic?
No, you are very athletic, but I mean, if you're racing Daniel Jones, I gotta go Daniel Jones here.
Full sprint, 40 yards straight ahead.
I think you have to
Full
realize that
basketball.
Daniel Jones is a
You've only
fast.
seen me run with a basketball.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean that is slower than obviously. So you're all right. I'm curious now because, like, for example, I thought Daniel Jones runs a 40 like a receiver. Some receivers like a slow receiver. I don't know if you remember Jarvis Landry, but Jarvis Landry in a 4.8. So him and Daniel Jones like the same speed. So could you run as fast as a slow wide receiver? I don't know. I mean, you think you can? So I'm gonna have to back you up on that. But I mean,
we can go test it.
because I think to me personally, I know they're the
We got
shortest.
We got a field we can go see.
Yeah, because I know they're the shortest on the team, but I still think the fastest was Byron and Amir.
Oh
But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Byron.
but I don't know if they're that fast. Like they're probably like
I feel like Byron will run like
a 4.6.
He'll probably run like a
Really?
Yeah,
You
full
think he's like
speed Byron.
Odell speed?
4.5. Yeah, he Byron fast. I ain't gonna lie. And like I said, he got the basketball.
Yeah, he's doing it with the
He has
basketball, too.
basketball.
No, he's
Without
fast,
the
but
basketball,
like 4.5, 4.4. That's fast. That's like Odell. That's like top line speed receiver. I wish they made you guys do 40s because I'm so curious of these 40s.
We could give him the 3/4 court sprint.
yeah, that's basically.
That's how
Yeah,
we
but
do
let's
it.
be honest here. No one's running
little
like a
less than
40
40.
time on that. Like they're
Yeah.
just going to get to the side. Like they're not.
Yeah.
No one's running as fast as they possibly could.
Yeah.
So you think, what do you think Amir's time would be then?
3-8.
Wait, all right, buddy.
I think
Byron, the same thing, like 4.6, 4.5, 4.6.
So you think you're as fast as Amir? Because you gave yourself a 4.6. You are
On a dead sprint, just a sprint, like not a 60. No, I'm not. No, not on the 60.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
not.
not 10.
You're back in your barn now. You think he's as fast as Amir?
On a straight line? Yeah, Aaron's pretty fast. You're not
right.
gonna see him. He doesn't run like.
Yeah,
There's no times where he's
I know.
sprinting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
No, I know,
different.
I know. Well, I mean,
But he got some wheels
give
on
me
him
some
now.
cleats.
Yeah,
Give me some cleats. Let me break them in for a few days. Let me stretch with Ibn type.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
we're gonna do we'll do a combine with the Great Danes basketball.
yeah,
team.
off-season
Off-season.
episode. We still
Spring.
need your 1v1.
Yeah, we gotta get the shooting. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
You called each other out.
You really think
I'm here.
All right, bro.
Last segment we have today was Saquon Barkley's backwards hurdle the most impressive move in sports history?
In sports history, I'm not sure, but for right now, within the last decade, absolutely. The juke to the spin to the back,
Backwards
like, how
hurdle.
you even like,
But
He
the
was just
backwards
doing
hurdle is
yeah, like being in the game and doing that at game speed is like you're not thinking about that. So that's like a natural
Reacting.
instinct that he just like jump backwards.
See, I thought
It was
about
not
this.
real.
If he would have got hit,
But I'm not even gonna lie though, like it was like and he was off balance. Like he spun
Yeah.
and he was off balance, and then he was just like, "Oh, I gotta jump."
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, he's not even.
But he didn't even look back, so I don't even know how
Yeah,
he knew
he
how to
just
jump.
jumped.
Yeah, and
He
it
just
was-
like
took off.
instinctively. Now the thing is, for me
senses.
to like compare it to basketball, for it to be close, it would have to be an in-game backwards dunk on top of somebody, which I don't think would ever happen. It can't be
Yeah.
360 because he didn't look at the defender. He jumped over.
Like
He
you just
cleared
drive
him.
into the paint
But
and
it
just
would,
take
it would
off.
more have to be like a lob, because that would be the only time you don't really like, like you would
No,
just
but
go
I
up
think
to the-
even a lob is easier because you know where like the ball's gonna.
Well, you see, yeah.
But then once you go catch the ball, you don't see anything behind you. You just
That's true. The
but
defender
you see
might
the
be-
defender before. Like he didn't see the defender at all.
if you drive it to the basket, you're gonna look at him, and then you gonna
Yeah.
turn. And he
Yeah.
didn't even do that. Like he saw him downfield, but he wasn't thinking, "I'm about to jump back."
Yeah.
Like, he just
Like
did it.
I just don't understand. It's gonna be tough. I don't like. I'm trying to think. I don't think I can name a more like athletic moment in history.
That's top tier like athleticism. That just goes to show like,
and
football
he's
got some athletes.
swole.
Yeah, like he's not our
small.
size, bro.
Yeah.
He's like a pit bull.
and he cleared. He cleared him
cleared him.
Easy.
backwards.
Easy.
And there, like it wasn't like he ran up the field, jumped over him.
Yeah.
He did. He just came off of
Chopped
a
his
juke
steps and-
then jumped right after that.
Yeah.
It's like he's like a bunny,
Bro,
just
jumping
hopping.
backwards is the weirdest thing. Like it would probably take literally more than half of your vertical just jumping.
And it was clean. It was
Yeah,
super,
it was-
super clean. So shout out Saquon.
Yeah,
that's
shout out Saquon,
that's what's
man.
selling tickets for you guys right now.
Yeah.
I ain't getting no tickets.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Just Talks podcast. Please like, subscribe, follow us on Spotify, anywhere and everywhere. See you next time.